Now on Spreaker.com, this is the Spenser Walsh Show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show today. We are live on Spreaker.com, and of course, we're going to be available afterwards right on iTunes and SoundCloud and YouTube, obviously, and a myriad of other sources as well. We thank you so much for joining us here today, and yeah, we thank you really so much for joining us, because today's show is going to be an hour long. Yes, it is. It's not normally like that, obviously. It is 30 minutes normally, but it will be an hour long. We hope everyone is doing just fine with everything, with the weather, especially if you're on the East Coast. I heard the West Coast is not doing so well as well. So the two coasts today are really getting some severe weather problems, and let's see, we are gonna, there's obviously gonna probably be a lot of problems with that, and yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to get into here today, and we will of course get into it all, and I mean, yeah, gotta be honest, with all this weather going on, it was a very nice day, and it's also quite nice to be doing a show, if I am honest here, at 7 p.m., 7 to 3 p.m. to be more, actually it's probably 7 to 5 right now, to be exact. But yeah, we thank you so much for joining us here live, and if you're listening to us today on demand. Yeah, so we thank you a lot for being here today. All right. Yeah, so here's what we have first today. We have this to get to. First, what I want to get to here is we only have a little bit. All right, so yeah, now this is interesting. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots are going to be in the Super Bowl, obviously versus the Falcons. We've been discussing that obviously yesterday as well, and it's been a topic of discussion. But here's the interesting thing I do kind of want to cover about this, and it to me is one of the more fascinating things about this whole situation. It is that finally, because let's be honest here, Tom Brady and Roger Goodell have been just pretty have not had the best relationship, especially with the Patriots. And let's be honest, the time has come. It is over, and it is now time to get back. And Roger Goodell has to go see his best team play, and that's not going to be so good for him. It's been a while, yeah. Yeah, he really must hate this. And anyway, yeah, apparently there is a lot of friction, and it's been a kind of a headline all day. Like, they don't want to, Roger Goodell doesn't want the Patriots to be here, so they're going to be here, that kind of thing. There's a silver lining to yet another appearance by the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. It's their early 3-point favorites. Is that the whole thing should make Commissioner Roger Goodell at least a little bit uncomfortable. Goodell has obviously gone out of his way to avoid New England this postseason, so now the Patriots will just have to come to him. I mean, that's the solution. If someone doesn't want to come to you, you come to them. That's what happens. Roger Goodell, yeah, he has gone out of his way big time to avoid the New England Patriots this season, so now the Patriots will have to come. Goodell traditionally attends one game each playoff weekend, and he was in Seattle for the wildcard game, fine. For the divisional game, he traveled to Atlanta, also fine. But when the top-seeded Cowboys got knocked off, them and the Falcons would host the NFC Championship, so under normal circumstances, you would have expected Goodell to take in the AFC title game rather than go to Atlanta again. He went to Atlanta again. Patriots fans noticed. They spent all season rubbing in their team's success, rubbing their team's success in the man who pursued Tom Brady's Ball-Ghazi suspension way too long for, pursuing him all the way to an appeals court, almost the Supreme Court. And while satisfying, it's even more satisfying to tease the commissioner for hiding. Former Patriots QB and current radio broadcaster Scott Zolak made a little sign, and somehow, I don't know how this happened, it got displayed up on the Jumbotron. So yeah, you can see him yelling to those psycho. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm totally on the Patriots side in this situation, but psycho Boston fans just hyping them with a huge sign that says, "Where's Roger?" Good question. All right, so yeah, the crowd chanted for Goodell at one point, making a mocking "Where's Roger?" At another, and at simply another point, Roger, 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 and that famous Darryl Strawberry chant, which was incidentally, birthed in Boston. So Tom Brady insisted. I didn't hear that chant, even though it wasn't possible to miss. But Martellus Bennett noticed, and I mean, if Martellus Bennett noticed, Tommy Brady noticed. He first feigned innocence, and then so he goes to the reporters, "Who's Roger?" That's pretty good. After being told the subject was about Goodell, Bennett weighed in with a great analogy. Yeah, where is he? He's like Waldo right now. He doesn't want to come here. We don't know where he's at. That is true enough. Robert Kraft alluded to the obvious win, telling the crowd, for a number of reasons, all of you in the stadium understand how big this win was. Yep. Everyone gets to get back together for a very awkward family reunion in a few weeks. And that's obviously going to be very fun to watch back in Houston. Because he's been hiding, and now they got to come to him. And I mean, I thought he pursued this suspension out of control. He went crazy with it. He went way overboard with it. I do not think there's any denying he went way overboard with his suspension. And yeah, he's going to have to bite the dust for that one now. I mean, how big of an impact did your 4-game suspension have? They're in the Super Bowl, and they're in it again. I mean, does not mean I'm okay with all Boston fans. I'm certainly not. Like some of those Boston fans are some of the most obnoxious people you will literally ever meet. I'm going to be honest. Some of these Boston fans are absolutely unbearable. I'm going to be real. But anyway, yeah. I want to get to some of your comments. So, this is one parody on Sean Spenser. There was no "Where's Rodgers" chance during the Steelers' dominating victory last night. Period. Hashtag Spicer Facts. Not alternative facts, Spicer Facts. I always love those Spicer Facts. In order to receive the MVP from Ginger Hammer Brady, Brady has to give him a handshake. I hope Tom goes to the bathroom first and doesn't wash his hands. It's kind of disgusting. Anyway. Yeah, so what's more important, making Roger unhappy or making Trump unhappy? I'm choosing the latter. Go Falcons. You got to bring politics on this, man. I mean, honestly. This is a sports show. But we will get to some politics later. We got some funny politics stories coming down the line. Let's see. Yeah, and then we just got off on a little political tangent here in these comments. This is dumb. The Patriots never missed a beat this season when they're Brady. Let it go, Pat fans. I mean, I can't say. I mean, I don't agree with them. I'm kind of split here. But anyway, go Pits! Back after this on the Spencer Wall Show. Now on Spreaker.com.
Why stop? I think we all know what roses smell like. Amp Energy Drink from Mountain Dew. Try it today. Amstel Light could be the world's best tasting beer. Open minds, open Amstels, brewed with all natural ingredients. Hey, if life were perfect, magazines would never smell like perfume, dogs would walk themselves, and Loungeable would really come in handy. Well, look at the bright side. At least there's Amstel Light. It only has 95 calories, but you still get real imported taste. You don't give up a thing. Who says nothing's perfect? What about Amstel Light? Introducing Arby's new Ultimate Angus Philly. Thinly sliced premium Angus beef oven roasted and piled high with hot melted Swiss. It could be the best Philly outside Philly. Arby's. We have the meats. Let me tell you about the Arnold's bread man. Lots of years ago, when I was just a little kid, he'd make deliveries to our house every day, just like the milkman and the iceman. I remember this to this day. Those special tiny loaves he carried and the big smile on his face when he gave me one. Now I know the Arnold's bread man doesn't deliver anymore, but every day I still see a variety of Arnold's breads on the grocer shelves, so I know he's still around. Come with me and discover a icy new world of refreshment. New Aspen is here, chillingly crisp and clear, different from any soft drink ever. Only Aspen has a tantalizing snap of apple. Aspen's different from lemon or lime. It's gotta be one of the best soft drinks in invention.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show today. Thank you so much for joining us here. We are live, and we are on Spreaker.com. We thank you so much for joining us, and we really want you to comment on the show if you're listening live, because I know at 7, it's a lot easier for people to listen live than at, say, 5:50, what we obviously normally do. By the way, we're going to be back in that fashion tomorrow. So, yep. Yeah, so that's how it's going to be like. And can hit us up, chat page live on Spreaker.com. All right, so that was obviously pretty fun. We get to celebrate. I know it's probably not a popular for people in most of the country, but it is popular for me. The return of the New England Patriots to the Super Bowl, and that's obviously something very worth celebrating. So also kind of an unfortunate thing that we really didn't get to get around to this today, or yesterday. Sorry, but unfortunately, Giordano Ventura passed away over the weekend in a car accident. Him and Andy Marte, just a horrible, horrible story. Don't want to bring the show too much down with, but I think it's definitely worth reporting. As while people in the Dominican Republic and Kansas City mourn the death of Royals pitcher Giordano Ventura, was starting to learn a little bit more about the crash that killed him. It was early Sunday morning car crash. He was apparently driving under the influence, from what we know. There is still a lot that is unknown about the car accident, but here's what we know so far. Authorities in the Dominican Republic said Monday that he hasn't submitted the accident report yet, according to the Associated Press, but they think the speed may have been the cause of the accident. However, Angela Martinez, the mother of Ventura's daughter, said he was often cautious not to speed because of the accident that killed his friend, fellow MLB player and countryman Oscar Tavares. It's just horrible stories happening. There was also no alcohol present at the scene. We won't find out whether it was alcohol that killed him until 3 weeks from now when the toxicology report comes in. But, that is what we know so far. Obviously, just a heartbreaking story for Giordano Ventura. I mean, it's so weird when you kind of think about how that happens so quickly. Because if you think about it, just last year in the playoffs, you saw Giordano Ventura pitching for the Royals. And now he's dead. I mean, that is just a mind-blowing thing, in my opinion. It's just shocking to see just how tragically and so how quickly a life can end just like that. And also, this is another thing that we wanted to get into here today. Last night, LeBron James got really mad. He yelled, and I mean yelled, at the media on the WOW meter. So we're gonna have this article here. Peter Botte made a cry for the help, and the Cavaliers need to listen to him. So pretty much what he said, despite a triple-double from LeBron and 49 points from Kyrie Irving, the defending champion Cavaliers lost to a sub-500 New Orleans, which is playing without All-Star big man Anthony Davis. That's not very good. It marked the Cavaliers. The East leading Cleveland's 5th loss in 7th game. They're not doing so well. And afterward, LeBron pleaded for help with the Cavs front office immediately. I mean, I gotta be honest here. What more do you want? Like, I, in the past, have been a huge LeBron supporter and fan. Like, I mean, I have supported the guy through everything. Like, even when people are like, LeBron's not okay. But, I mean, I gotta be honest. LeBron, what more do you want? You have Kyrie Irving. You have even Kyle Korver now. You have Kevin Love. I mean, you got pretty much everyone. You got 5, counting you got 5 All-Stars. That's enough to fill a floor. Like, you got pretty much everything right now. So I honestly do not get where the problem is. So I just not seeing it at the moment. So, so thank you so much for joining us here today. And I mean, so here's what it says. I hope we're not satisfied. Here's what he said. I hope we're not satisfied as an organization. I hope we're just not satisfied, according to ESPN.com. That's what he said. were not better than last year from a personnel standpoint. The Cavaliers snapped the city's 52-year title